Hey, it's Daddy Steve. I'm just going to do a quick fun video on our favourite lady. Believe it or not, that's R1, the lady to the left. The lady to the left. But just very quickly, before we talk about R1, I need to explain the context. And the context is this. R1 is currently, it's trash. But so was Nareed. So was Nareed until I put the meld on it. Until I put the meld on it. And that's going to be, I think, the same situation for R1. It's completely trash. It does not even make my tournament decks. It's trash. It's trash. But then why is it in these top decks of the top guys on my arena? And I've played it. I'm going to be honest with you. I have played her. And when it's optimized, she's devastating. When she's optimized, she's devastating. I'm going to give a quick run through again. It's kind of like a a rehash in some ways of what I did before, but now I've got a few more toys to try and explain it. Right, so again, just very quickly, you've got this Soul Purge. Now you need to get to 6,000 HP, and I was contemplating Shatter Soul and things like that, and I think I understand where I was coming from. With Shatter Soul kind of considerations. That's not what you want to do. You want sacrifice. You want sacrifice because you need to get to that 6,000. Now let's just do a very quick recap of where these other guys are. Let's go back to the arena again. Right. So he's got sacrifice 13. Now, I've got enough LP credits in order to get 2 RAKSHASA. I've already produced 1. I can do 2, maybe 3. I've got some a 5-star Omni Shard, so potentially maybe I could have do 3. Maybe I should have. Potentially I can. Long story short, where this sacrifice lands or where it needs to be in order to get above that 6,000 threshold is case critical. It's critical. That's problem number 1. That is problem number 1. So if I go back to my little lady. Oh, no. Done. Right, so just to keep track. So he's got it at sacrifice 13. The number 2 guy has got it at sacrifice 10. Right, 13 and 10. This guy hasn't got it at all. And neither does the number 4 guy. So it was 10 and 13. Right, so the meld I'd use, and obviously there are other melds, is Venom Tyrant, and that's at sacrifice 8. So what I'm saying is, in order to get to that 6,000 threshold, number 1, can we get away with sacrifice 8? Does it need to be 10, or does it what level of sacrifice does it need to be? That makes a massive difference. There you go. That's problem number 1. So let me just go back to the R1, known as Mrs. Right, that's not what I want to do. What do I want to do? I'm trying to think about how I can express this. Just bear with me. I think I've got it on. Is it you? Yeah, okay, there you go. Sacrifice 8. Right, so if I was going to go to 10. Right, so I did the spending rewards. These are the level 10 skill essence that I managed to get, and both of those will not get me to sacrifice 10 if that is the minimum. Right, if I use a level 15 Omni, wow, go straight up to number 11. Okay, that's interesting because obviously 11 is between 10 and was it 13? And that makes a big difference, a very big difference, because if I can get away with sacrifice 11, so unfortunately those won't get me to where I want to be. But yeah, if I can get away with sacrifice 11, if we go back to Mrs. R1, then a consideration, I'm not saying I will definitely do it, but maybe I could use his other level 15 Omni to take my Plunder Vitality, if you look to the top, from 5 to 10. And if I did that, and I'm not going to do it right now, if I did that, I'd go from 500 damage to each creature to 1,000 damage. And what you got to understand is, no matter if it's your turn or not, if I remember correctly, and I might be wrong on that, R1 will pop people out of your opponent's graveyard the moment she gets to 6,000, no matter what. So I don't remember for sure if it's, even if it's not on your turn, but even so, that's what we're aiming for. And potentially with the skill essence enhancements that I've already got, I can get to sacrifice 11, hoping that's enough, and potential plunder vitality to pop 2 people out their graveyard, which makes it, we get 10, don't we? A maximum of 10. 8v10. That could be massive, of course. Never stops. And yes, and if I did go for plunder vitality 10, yeah, 1,000 is not a lot of damage, but it's reasonable, and obviously it goes higher than 10. So, I'm very wary about accidentally doing something very silly. If I use 3, then it'd be 11, and that would be 1,100. So long story short, it can go even higher. And if it's 2 or 3 creatures, that means you're recovering about 3,000 HP whilst you're still doing damage to them. Not bad. And if you get taken out, and you got taken out meaning death, whatever, then you got somebody like Nereid or Queen Artiola with Death Revive meld, then you keep them popping it back in. It keeps them sacrificing, and depending on what hero you've got, mine is based on, my hero skill just triggering in order to remove them from play. If I got Wraith Hunter removing people from play as a free-to-play person, this is 100% free-to-play account, and I got R1 removing them from the graveyard, then that's where I really want to be. And yeah, maybe in the future, and I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to do it, if I get this Wraith Hunter, if I was going to commit to it, and maybe I will, maybe I won't, up to a level 10, which is a long way to go, man. Like spanning a desert, kind of long way to go in terms of the shards that you need. But obviously it's possible. But once you get there, oh my gosh, man, it's like, it's devastating and powerful. It really suits my kind of style of play. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't potentially change, because I'm kind of limited by the options that I have. And the options I have are based on where my game can get me to, like everybody else. And on deck duels, I will struggle against the elites. You know what I mean? Because, I say regrettably, I've only just started getting things like equipment. And even then I made mistakes of only going for blue. And I've learned a lot. And thanks to everybody in the comments, they've been mentioned. Lexus Prime, Bilko, Nami, and all the other geniuses. Honestly, they've helped enhance my game, and hopefully I can help enhance other people's games. And there's other people I could have mentioned. Sagar, I think there's lots. Yeah. So here we are, and I appreciate the debate and all of what I need to do, and it helps me so much. And I do think about things, and I take it all on board, and I don't forget it's just a game, and we're all having fun, and everybody wants me to achieve and succeed, and it's honestly, it makes me so happy and all that stuff. Thank you. It will be funny though. I say I've played R1, and I say when you get it, when she's positioned exactly right, it can be absolutely awesome, and it would just make me laugh. But if it didn't work out, then I'd have to concede that it was probably the wrong thing to do. But now I've got all these kind of skill essences. Yeah, as I said, 1,000 damage per creature it's not massive, but it has the potential. It's actually got good balance for IGG. That particular This particular creature, R1, does have decent balance. It's not going to overwhelmingly just wipe out the concept of game like is it Jack Frost? You don't even play a card and then you've lost. You know what I mean? They need to nerf that, but I think R1 represents something which has a delicate balance of power, which you can roll the dice and just see how it plays, and it's just fascinating the balance of how it's going to pan out. So yeah, I'm kind of a fan at the moment. Again, remember, it's in none of my decks. But as soon as I get that sacrifice meld, then I'll have a little play. So, long story short, I'm waiting for double meld day. I'm going to try and put sacrifice on R1. In case you missed it, I also got, where is it? Yeah, an Undying Will. I'm going to try and put revive on, yeah, Undying Will. What am I thinking about? Yeah, got Undying Will. Now, what I was going to do now? Oh, yeah, put a revive on it. I was going to put a revive on, what's the name of that creature? You know, the purple one? Wings in the sky. Oh, Undying Will. Yep, so that's what I'm going to do. I haven't been that lucky. I have not been that lucky on my melds lately, so we're going to see how that goes. And hopefully move this deck forwards. Obviously, there is scope for it to be moved forwards. I think the weakest card in some ways is probably Sharab in some ways. I mean, it's better than what I had. I didn't have damage bringers, and now I've got one, but it's limited. And this is also obviously got with Queen Artiola. It's just nerfed, effectively nerfed. Without Queen Artiola, then obviously it just gets people out of there, and you can rely on your torment to lock people in. But definitely a work in progress. There was a limited booster on Spirit Painter. I think I indulged myself. I gave it 5 tries, so wasted just over 2,500 gems, which is really poor strategy. Goes back to 9 years ago when I used to indulge myself. I'm talking about the game, not other things. So I'll slap my own wrist about that. But been really good for since I picked up the game again. I think every other day, more or less. Apart from that lucky Octavius transmutation, I think I spent 3,000 gems, 4,000 gems, what it was, a little bit more, a little bit less, and got that. And just for old time's sake, if nothing else, got a little bit lucky. I am planning to do that again though. I'm going to try another transmutation and put Shatter Soul on that Octavius. And I was really hoping that the spending rewards in this Memoir would have overlapped with that. It didn't, but I'll probably just wait for that if I can. And I'm not sure will, but potentially I will. Instead of Shatter Soul, I don't know if it's going to show me. I got Overpower, something like that, which is for Raw. So that's probably a very hard rune to get, I would have thought. Like a very desired one, technically, depending on where your game's at. Where is it? And I think for most, including me, getting over... Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it too. I got 2! Yeah, getting a raw is no mean feat. I've gone a little bit off R1 and where my game is at. I'm just going to quickly indulge this a little bit and I'll wrap up the video. But it has been a while, so this is kind of like a little bit of a catch up, and there's probably going to be a big gap until the next video. Hathor. See, and yes, you can. I've got the name of the gentleman who pointed this out. It was in the comments of one of the videos, and I thank you for that. Yeah, this guy, Anubis, is in the guild maps. So that'll be 1. Hera is in the LP mole, so that'll be 2. Seeker. That might be a limited booster, so that could be very expensive. Osiris, that is in guild maps as well, I think. Or is it in transmutation? Which I got for 4,000 gems last time. Let's have a quick look. Right. Anubis. Was that the one? Anubis. Anubis. What's the other one? I mean, just because it's in the guild maps doesn't mean it's not going to take you years to get, like, was it 50 shards or 75 shards? But, you know, there is that. Yeah, I think that's going to be it, isn't it? Just have a look very quickly. But quickly just remind myself. Yeah, Anubis. And I'm sure I saw something else. My memory, oh my gosh, man, Steve. It's not this one, is it? And I would have seen it. No, I started talking about Hera, wasn't it? Yeah, and that was in the LP mall. There. Right. Yeah, Raw. Now, but somebody else told me. Oh, was it now? Somebody. Oh, I gotta remember now. Somebody else told me something in the comments that you need a crazy number of skill essence in order to make it useful. Interesting. This Anubis wasn't Osiris, was it? There it is. And yeah, so you get these bottom two. I think that is, yeah, transmutation, Hathor. Right, and Seeker. Anyway. Listen, everybody, I hope all is well. I hope you enjoyed the game and the events. I say it rolls around often enough for me with my kind of current schedule, especially when it's summertime or springtime. Going into summer, I like to do other things than just be in all day. And I had a week off, or was about 2 weeks ago, and all I did was make videos, really. And you know, I've got to get out there. I've got to get out there to our public, right? We've got to get out there to enjoy our one spin around on this dirt thing called the planet and enjoy ourselves. So enjoy ourselves in the game. Enjoy yourselves in real life. Make sure you contact your friends and make sure you got some regular routine. I always see my mates on a Thursday, you know what I mean? It's tradition. It's kind of stamped into our DNA, and I hope you do the same thing too. And don't sit on your laurels and stay in all day every day. Not when it's sunny, right? Do that in the winter, not the spring and summer. But anyway, enjoy yourself. Please like and subscribe. That is Steve, and I'm